Hello everyone. I'm going to be doing a voiceover for my lesson on Diego, which was quite eventful. He did spook, but I sadly did not get it on camera. Well, he did kind of do a little cancer and throw his head at me, which he likes to do a lot, apparently. So this is Diego, and as you can see, we were trying to get him to do a trot, but he didn't want to exactly. Here is where he starts to throw his head. This is the first time he threw his head at me in the lesson. Here, as you can see again, if you look carefully, he throws his head up at me again, but I was able to stop it. We go into a smooth and a slow trot, but he's quite a lazy horse, and I had to kick him just to get him to start. As you can see here, he threw his head at me again, which will be happening a lot of times. Again, we did a trot, but he doesn't like to trot for very long. I'm not sure if this was where he started to spook. I think this was close to when he was, but he was giving me nice trots here up until he kind of pinned his ears at me and I did get a heart attack. He likes to be a nonsense and a menace to society. Here you can kind of see we got him to stand for a bit because he was quite tired of me just being there, because he wouldn't walk or really trot, but then I got him into a nice walk after I kicked him quite hard to get him to walk. As you can see, he throws his head at me again. He is very much a gentleman. He is a gelding and he has about 16 hands. But it was very scary whenever he would throw his head at me, but it was kind of fun close to the end because I could see when he was going to do it. I did end up preventing about one head throw. Whenever he would throw his head at me, I would kind of get a mini heart attack, especially if he was just standing there and I wasn't really doing anything. He throws his head at me once again, as he is such a gentleman. I have only ridden geldings. I've never ridden a mare, but it is again something I soon hope to accomplish. He's now thrown his head at me 5 times, and this is where the 6th one comes in. It is a very, very small head throw, but it was quite scary because I wasn't really focusing. And yeah, he also keeps on looking at bushes really weird, and I'm like, oh no, because he likes to push his ears forward, or he likes to pin them at specific things and random times. This is about when he threw his head at me the 7th time, and this one was very scary because he did it just before he stopped, and it was a very big head throw. It wasn't a small one like he likes to do a lot. Yeah, I was kicking him a very lot of times. He was done. I think this is when he tried to climb over the fence. I thought he bucked, but he didn't. He just lifted his leg. As you can see, he walks with his ears back, which is really scary. He throws his head at me once again. This was by far the scariest one. This is probably the funnest one as well. It was scary, but it was fun. It was a nice adrenaline rush. And here, he decides to rudely throw his head at me again. This was basically our ride. It was really fun. He did do a canter, which I wasn't prepared for, and throw his head up at me. This was an eventful ride, and I wasn't prepared for most of it. But I'll see you on the next one. Bye!